Before paper, the traditional writing support in India and Southeast Asia was palm leaves. It is unknown when the tradition started, but the earliest reference to their use is in the 5th century BC. Palm leaf manuscripts would cover such topics as medicine, art, culture, philosophy, administration, and theology. The spread of Buddhism, Hinduism, and Jainism into Southeast Asia occurred on the backs of palm leaves, allowing their religious philosophies to be widely disseminated. Their use peaked in the 1800s, but by the turn of the 20th century, paper had mostly replaced them. Today, palm leaf manuscripts are still produced, but mostly for liturgical use and tourists. The pages are an unusual shape for books, reflecting the actual shape of the palm trees themselves. The two species most commonly used for manuscript writing are the Palmyra palm and the talipot palm trees. Talipot leaves are thinner, lighter, more flexible, and are preferred for ink writing and paintings. Palmyra palm leaves, which these are thicker and have a slight waxy feel to them. Because of their thickness, words are inscribed into the leaves with a metal stylus. Some scholars suggest that the curvy nature of the text is because straight lines would snap the palm leaf. Pigment, like charcoal, is then rubbed into the grooves to make the lettering visible. In ideal circumstances, a palm leaf manuscript can last over 1,000 years, but unfortunately, being leaves, they have a high decomposition rate, much more so than other book material. In the humid climate of Southeast Asia, they might only last 500 years. You can see tons of chips. These really don't last that long. This one's only 100 years old. So if you had important knowledge you wanted to preserve, you had to take the old decaying leaf and copy it onto a brand new one. This copying ritual became a very important part of monastic life, and reverence for the written word grew inside these communities, to such an extent that only trained monks were allowed to handle them. At their height in 1891, the Indian census recorded over 90,000 employed in monasteries copying these manuscripts, making up 0.03% of the population, which may not sound like a lot, but scaled up to India's population today would account for over 430,000 people employed as copyists. If for whatever reason there's political instability and the copying ritual stops, then knowledge may be lost forever. Private ownership of palm leaf manuscripts is problematic for this very reason, as improper handling results in the loss of hundreds yearly. Once a new leaf is completed, the old leaves would be destroyed, usually by fire or by ritualistically tossing them into the river to prevent the sin of decay, which occurs when a leaf is left in poor condition. However, this practice of discarding leaves can cause some friction between cultures. In Western institutions, like this one, we preserve objects in perpetuity. This palm leaf manuscript we have at the University of Utah was produced in 1940 in Myanmar. The language is Burmese, but is written in the older Pali script, making it difficult for modern speakers to read it. This book is from the Theravada, the third and final book in the Theravada Vinaya Pitaka. Theravada is one of the major schools within Buddhism, having over 244 million adherents, mostly in Southeast Asia. This book includes explanations for laws required by monks at the monastery, and includes a list of Theravada scholars, suggesting it was written in the 1st century BC. The first line from the top left reads, "If on account of negligence he discharges urine or saliva into water, on account of reason, there is an offense." This book, along with many other rare and interesting books like it, are available for public use at the University of Utah. Thank you for watching. The palm leaf would be between two wooden boards, typically painted, but this one just has, actually might be this way. No, not this way. You'd think I would know this. I've been studying this for a while.